Welcome to D.O.T. University. I'm Ryan, the D.O.T. guy. Today we're bringing you a short video clip from one of our most popular trainings, Reasonable Suspicion Training for Supervisor. Now this training is available in its full content at dotuniversity.org. The link is in the description below. Now in this particular video, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and that's the drugs. Now it was actually really hard to figure out of this module which parts we're going to show you. So hopefully we did a good job and you like it. But anyways, check this part out. Have some fun with it. We'll see you at the end of the clip. Now on page number 32 in your student guide, I've got a lot of pictures of the product and a lot of information. So typical forms of marijuana, the original formula of marijuana is going to be the flower. Could also be the wax, shatter. Wax and shatter are used kind of in a... It's kind of a stronger version of the THC. And then you have, again, hash, which is typically a compacted brick of the basically the THC powder or crystals that are on the marijuana leaves, or it could be made into, like we see this picture down here on the bottom, into like a heavier wax or tarry substance that is going to be super elevated and smoked in that formula. Now typical, the way somebody would go through and utilize the THC is going to be smoking it. But today's day and age, with the legalization of marijuana, we have a lot more different versions that are out there. So number one, we've got edibles, right? And you name it, there's an edible for it that's out there in the market. So we got some of those popping up on the screen right now. You can see we got chocolates. Now if you look at those chocolates, you can see that it's embossed with the 10. Now what that means is it's 10 milligrams of THC per square. Another big one today is the drinks. Now, obviously, we're more than likely not just going to see somebody running around workspace, okay, with a marijuana beverage in their hand, right? Because this one thing we know about marijuana products is they're proud of that it's marijuana. So you always see, you know, something on there such as marijuana leaves. Like the root beer right here. If we look on the barrel, you can see we've got a marijuana leaf. You can get on YouTube and see how to make cooking oil, cannabis butter, can of butter for cooking with. Not recommending that any of you try it, but it's always good to be knowledgeable and to check and see what's out there so that you know what the terms, the slang is for these types of things. So as you hear people talking about it, you know where they're at. There are body oils and products that you can put on. Now vape products. Craze in this world is vape devices. Now here's the deal with your typical vape device, a nicotine vape. Some of the people just like vaping and they don't even have nicotine in it, but your typical vape is about the cloud. It's the fullness of the cloud and them, you know, sucking that thing in and blowing out that big old cloud. Other vape devices are all about the nicotine. So if you go to the convenience store today, they have those jewel pods that you can get. And it looks a lot like this one right here. Now that jewel pod, you know, it's handheld. They can hide it. They can put it in their pocket. They pull it out, take a hit on it, put it back in their pocket. Now these look, this one that says Harmony on it and this one look an awful lot like those jewel pods. Again, things to pay attention to. Now the jewel pod and a THC pod, they probably put out just about the same amount of smoke, okay, but again, they usually, because they've got a marijuana concentrate in them, they're going to hit a little bit harder, okay? For an individual who's been smoking a lot, they're going to have the tolerance built up. But again, it's all about the conversation. You see somebody hitting on it, just say, hey, what kind of pod is that? You know, I've been thinking about getting it, or I've been thinking about getting into one of them. Other things that we might have, pills and tablets, okay? That's kind of the new craze. They could take them. They've got all kinds of those, and in the guide, looks like I don't have a picture of the pills or tablets on there, but again, just something to be aware of. We also have tinctures, which are going to be the drops that somebody could go through, put, again, in their water. These drops are going to be, they can put them in their mouth, under their tongue, whatever they need to do there. Again, it's just another form of getting kind of like a pure substance in them. They might drop them under their tongue so that they're absorbed just a little bit quicker, whatever the case could be. And then we've got some of the newer things that are out there that I found on the local cannabis websites. We have transdermals, so somebody can put a patch on. And I've been noticing a lot more, just kind of, especially in the summer where, you know, the ladies are they're showing a little bit more skin. The guys are wearing tank tops, things like that. I see a lot more transdermal patches these days than we used to, but you know, they got a transdermal patch for a lot of different things. It could be to help them quit smoking. It could be, gosh, who knows, whatever the case could be, pain management. Well, it also could be THC. All right, so again, if you see them, you know, you got to ask questions. You got to go through and ask them. And they also have this one, which is going to be a suppository, which kind of blew me away. I didn't even know that this existed, but you can see this one. It has 60 milligrams per serving and 10 milligrams of CBD. So 60 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD in one suppository. So instead of putting it down the hatch, they're sticking it up the, you're with me on that one. Okay. All right. Thanks for taking time to watch this brief video regarding the drugs. You know, there's so much content in there. Just, you know, make sure that you come back, you get your people trained, you know, in reasonable suspicion. I can't tell you how much it is absolutely needed. So hopefully we'll catch you in some future trainings. Help us out right now. Hit that like and subscribe button and make sure you tap that bell and ring it so you can be informed. We're coming out with new content that can help you and your team stay off the radar.